Hello, hey, what's going on, guys? Oof, busy morning here, getting everything ready. So, let's get going into it. What's going on to you guys? Let's see what we got in here. Mike Jones, Von Doom, Colby, Revan, Ricky. Eric, Ivy, Cosmo, Jerry, Sketchin' Simon. Hello. Alright. Plastic gamer wife. Yes, we're building Jean today. And let's see. Well, that looks like that, but here you go. Well, let me just go ahead and do this then. There you go. Danjo, thank you for using the super chat there, as always. You've been summoned. Yeah, so I'm doing reviews here for the regular version, the Stella Innocent. It's the original. That's not original, not regular. The first version that came out, the Stella Innocent version, I've already got built up actually. Here, so I built up the Stella Innocent version a couple of days ago, and I figured for deciding which one to stream, which one to live build, I thought the Stellatears one would be better to stream since it's the newer one. It just more recently came out. The Stella Innocent version has been out for a little while, but I will be reviewing both of those. So later on, once we're done putting everything together, I can do a side-by-side. Show you guys the two kits side by side together, but of course I'll show you that in the review as well. If you end up having to leave early before the build's done or something like that, or don't miss that, or in case you missed that during the live stream, you can see it in the review later. So, all right, let's get into it with the head here first. We gotta build some parts of the hair. The assets on this is indeed. We got these two things to build here as well too. And the build for the most part is gonna be pretty much the same between the two different versions, but I am myself also interested to see what's exactly gonna be different between the two versions, because I know what parts are new, but I haven't really looked at the designs side by side to really see like what the noticeable difference is. I know it's got different parts for the hair, and what else was there? I think there was also some different parts for the body. Oh yeah, of course there's different parts for the body. Our outfit is a little bit more skimpy in the Stellatears version here that we're going to be building now, so not so skimpy to the point where I think my video is going to get flagged, but you never know. So let's see, got those built and those built. I like shaking the camera a bunch, sorry. Guess I'm just like moving the table too much. Let's see. This one, no. That one's right. Some of the hair parts a little bit hard to tell what's what just by the manual. But that's the problem when you cut everything out at once. This one must be right. Is it this one or this one? Only one of these is gonna fit in there. There we go. But everything only fits together in a certain way, so if you've got the wrong part, you'll know it because it won't fit into place. Like that. This is the version of culture, yeah. I mean, the other version as well too, I mean, it's not so bad. Uh-oh, and I see a little nub on there that I missed. So, last week was the pair of the two exoframe kits, the two Motoroid exoframe kits that I built and reviewed, and this week is the pair of Gene kits, and next week I'm going to finally get around to the pair of Valvrave kits that I have. So if you guys have been waiting for me to review those Valvrave kits that you've been seeing behind me for a while, then that's what's on the schedule for next week. So I'm looking forward to that. I just recorded the unboxing for both of those yesterday, and they look pretty cool. So looking forward to building those up next week. And so between those two that I have, I'm wondering which one I should live stream, so maybe I'll just ask it to you guys. The two different Valvrave kits that I have are the second one and the fifth one in the line, but I think the second one is the Valvrave 3, even though it's the second kit in the line. It's like Valvrave 3 Hikaminari, or the yellow one with the massive arms. Or the fifth one is what was the name of that? It's a blue one with the massive shields on it. I forget the name suddenly. But between the two different Valvrave kits, do you want to? I'll live stream build one, and the other one I'll just build just on my own. So, you want to see a live stream build of the yellow one or the blue one? I'll just put it to you guys like that. Let me know. That'll be probably Tuesday of next week. Yeah. I can tell the way the hair is going together is a little bit different. Let's see, blue one, yellow one, yellow, blue one. Okay, well, so far pretty not definitive in the answer. This is one of those parts where it's kind of like hard to get it pushed into place there. I pre-ordered the two Megami device Shirata Kanashia Tenki version. Two of that. Oof. And two of the Alice Gear Aegis Megami device Aikai Kawa. Do you think I could sell those for a profit? Well, I don't recommend it, because that's kind of not really cool to do. But yeah, I'm sure you could sell those for a profit. Yeah, I mean, like, those kits sell out pretty quick, and then they're pretty hard to get. So I mean, like, it's not really cool to buy them up like just for the point of reselling them. I mean, if you bought them, with the intent of building them, and like later on down the line you're just like realizing, well, I don't think I'm ever going to get around to building this or whatever, or I need the money or whatever the case might be, then obviously you got to do what you got to do. But buying them with the intention of reselling them, not really cool in my opinion. But to answer your question, yeah, I'm sure you could make a profit on those, because like I said, they sell out pretty quick, and then people end up having to go to aftermarket to get them. There we go. So yeah, I'm wondering what's different about the hair. I mean, it's very slightly different, the hair between the two. Like the Stella Innocent version, the hair is a little bit more flipped out. On the Stellatears version, it also seems a little bit more detailed. Anyway, the shape is just a little bit slightly different on it, yeah. Anyway. Interesting. It's just a little bit different between the two. Hello, Speedball Haro, Tenko, Ian, Jacob. Hey guys. KS Call Day. Yo, not sure if you read the comments, but just wanted to say thank you for the model comprehend high new version Wudong review. Amazing kit, and I got one off eBay recently. Thanks to that. Oh, well, you're welcome. I am reading the comments. I have the comments on Twitch there as well. So if you guys are watching on Twitch, I can see your comments there also. Yes, and you're welcome for that review. Figured there wouldn't be a lot of coverage of that kit on YouTube at the time, and these days I think it's probably a pretty hard kit to find, I would imagine, because they only made so many. I mean, it was a limited kit, and that was years ago now, so yeah, I imagine it probably wasn't very cheap. Not as cheap as it was when it first came out, at least, anyway. Oops. Oh no. One piece that I'm sure that I need for this just slipped into somewhere else where it's not supposed to be. Well, hopefully if I need that, I can find it in there pretty quickly. Alright, hang on, let me see here. This is still too bright. Sorry, guys. It's a little bit better. Trying to get it so that it's not too dark, but I know a lot of these parts are like white, so it's kind of hard to get it so they're not blown out on the camera for you guys. Let's see. I'm just gonna keep comparing things. Huh? This goes here. And this one goes into here. Like that. What's in there? Something is obstructing the fit, like I missed a nub, or it's just a piece of a nub stuck in there. Yeah. Something was stuck in there, keeping that from closing up all the way. There you go, there's that. Close this up here. There we go. There's the chest. Minus a couple of parts there. And this one's gonna go which way? Like that. I think, right? Yes, there's that. And then this one here. There we go. Here and here. So there's that part. Need this part here as well too for our back. Which didn't fit in my little box. That just pops onto the top of here. Right. Pops onto the top of here. There we go. Oof. Press it down there pretty hard. And then our neck piece out the front. What was the other one? This one's on the back. This one's on the front. Yeah, it's interesting the differences between the two kits. I mean, because they're so similar, but a lot of parts, obviously the chest is different, but the neck piece as well too, like that dark piece are kind of like collar kind of part, like the base of the neck. In this kit, it's two pieces that like C-shaped pieces that fit around the neck part. With the other kit, it was just a solid circular piece that like the neck piece goes through. Interesting, just small differences. Kind of interesting how they went through the trouble of making the kits so different when, I mean, basically they're so much the same. You just think like if it was Bandai, they probably would have just, you know, used the same parts for that if the design was close enough. But even though it's a very similar design, they still went through the trouble of putting it together in a different way. Like how here on the waist section, on the front of the waist, hang on, let me get this on here, I'll show you what I mean. On the front of the waist, there's this, the piece that has these little bits on there just so that there's a little bit of skin showing like next to, like kind of like between the leg and the pants. Very cheeky. Let's see. So got that. Then this part here. Come on. There we go. That in there, and okay, that's, now I know. I said that when I was taking out the parts, I knew that one part fell into somewhere, into a different section. Now I know which part it is, so I know what I'm looking for. It is, question is, where did it go? Hang on. Bear with me while I'm searching for the lost part. It's not in there. Oh, there it is. I've gotcha. Little piece here for the back. Ian Henry, do you still plan on reviewing the RGGPO ones? Yes, definitely. So like I mentioned earlier, this week I'm doing this pair of Gene kits. Next week I'll do the pair of Valvrave kits, and then after that probably we'll do the pair of GPO1 kits. Need something to push this down into place here. Still not in there all the way. There we go. There we go. Oh, there's my phone ringing. And it's way over there. Oh, okay. Luckily I get the alert here on my computer as well. I can see that's just a spam call, so okay, good. I won't bother getting up to go get that. So there's that. We also need these on here. Yeah. Stop ringing. I'm not gonna answer it. Is it still ringing, or are they calling me again? What's going on over there? Does the Mechatro contest end in 2 months from last week? It ends October 23rd, so it's like kind of 2 months from next week, sort of. Today's the 20th of August, so. There we go. That's all together. And let's go ahead and put this together. There we are. There's the upper body. I think just my lights are too harsh. Maybe if I move the lights back a little bit. Ugh. I don't know. But yes, looking pretty good. And the arms and the legs are pretty much the same. I don't think there's anything different that they changed for the arms and the legs on the kit. Is the contest scale specific? No, you can use any scale you want. If you want to know all the details of the contest, actually just like right after this, I've got a video that I recorded explaining all the contest details as well too. But I've already posted that a couple days ago on my Facebook page, so just go to my Zac Aurelius Facebook page, and there's a pinned post there with all the rules and everything you need to know about the Mechatro Go contest. So feel free to look that up. Or, like I said, later today, shortly after this live stream is done, I'll post that video explaining all the rules and also going through all the prizes and everything as well too. I meant to post that last night, but stuff happened, and basically I fell asleep. I was very tired. This goes on here. There we go. For the arm. I have a 160 scale GPO1 action figure from back in the day. Been thinking about getting the RG to match. 160 scale action figure, what's that? Like the biggest action figures that I remember from back in the day would have been like the Arch Enemy series, and as far as I know, I don't remember if there was an Arch Enemy series figure for the GPO1. But was there? I know there was like the original Gundam, and then I think there was Wing Gundam and Tall Geese. What else was there? As far as I don't remember. Did you guys ever have any of those? I had the Granddaddy Gundam from that series, and it was a really nice like action figure kind of kit. Not kit at all, action figure, but figure. It's really nice. Alright. I really like how you have the little yellow piece that goes in there in the forearm to give you like the little yellow circles there on the forearm as well. Very nice. Little attention to detail there with that little piece. So you got that, and you got all of our hand options. there was Gundam GP. Oh, the GPO one was also in the Arch Enemy series. Denko Wolf. Are you guys indeed confirming that? This goes like this. Go on there. I said go on there, please. There we go. Is the perfect grade Wing Gundam Zero custom a good kit? I wouldn't say it's a great kit. It's fine if you want a 160 scale Wing Gundam. I think, and to get it to really look its best, it probably is going to take a good amount of work. I mean, straight out the box, I think it's just kind of fine. If you're able to get it for a pretty good price, then I'll go for it. But, you know, if you're having to pay quite a lot for it, then you might end up being a little bit disappointed. I think if you wanted a really nice Wing Zero custom, I would just wait and get the new Master Grade Verka. If I were you. Unless you really don't like the design of it or something like that. Not a couple weeks, about a week and a half ago, I forgot to mention this to you guys, and it doesn't really matter. There's not really any point to mentioning it to you guys, but since it's just on my mind, I'll mention this, is that a couple weeks ago, a week and a half ago, I taught my first Gunpla kind of lesson to some students, and I mean like young, they're like 10-year-olds, a couple of them. So like here in Korea, if you guys are familiar with this, and they have the kind of similar system in Japan too, but a lot of kids, especially younger kids, elementary school and stuff, middle school and into high school as well too, will do like private lessons of stuff. They'll have like private tutors for English or math or just kind of whatever, and so that's kind of a big business here in Korea. It's just like private tutoring and stuff. So I've always wanted to do like some private Gunpla classes, because they have like academies here for all kinds of stuff, but they have academies here for like Lego, for kids to go and they just like learn about, I don't know, engineering, I guess, sort of in a way, through building Legos. And I always thought it'd be cool to teach classes for kids, just Gunpla modeling kind of in general, but focusing on Gunpla, I guess. But so finally had a chance to do that for the first time about a week and a half ago, and then I have another class today, later on today. So it's pretty simple. I mean, like just for an hour with a couple of boys, like around 10 years old, I think. And last time we built the, it's one student is the same, one student is different this time. So it's not both the same students, but last time, last class we built the SD Cross Silhouette RX-782 Gundam, because I wanted to build something that they didn't need nippers for. So that'll be something we'll learn like in a future lesson. But for now, just, you know, they're just 10 years old and just like building model for the first time. So I thought something that they can just snap off the runner without having to use any tools or anything would be good, just to get the feel for just building the kits. So we built the SD Cross Silhouette RX-78 Gundam last time. I thought a couple of other designs, like the Cross Silhouette Earth 3 or something, might be like a more exciting design for such little kids, you know, but I thought, you know, you gotta start them off with a Granddaddy Gundam, and they enjoyed it anyway. It was fun, and so yeah, I have a class later today too, and today we're gonna be building one of the Sangokuden kits, Sangoku Soketsuden kits, actually one of the more recent ones, the Death Scythe, the Shu Huang Gundam Death Scythe. Anyway, it's the kit that they're building today, so it's pretty fun. But yeah, it's a good way to just get some kids into Gunpla, and the parents enjoy it too because it's with an English speaker and they're getting some English exposure too. So it's something fun that the kids like to do, and then it's something that the parents can appreciate because they're just happy that their kids getting some English practice in as well too. So kind of win-win for everyone. You provide the kits, or they bring their own? Jerry, no. I provide the kits. They pay for the kits, but I just handle getting the kits and bringing them. So they just show up and just pay for that. It's kind of easier. If it was like adults or something, and like I was teaching adult, then then I would leave it up to them. I would say, here's the site where, like, a recommended site to buy it, and I would say just find something that's cool, that looks cool to you, that you like, and then bring it in, and I'll help you with that. But since it's kids, I just pick something that I think will be good for the particular skill that I want to teach them that day, and something that fits something that I think that they'll like as well too. I thought they'd like that because it's like a very ornate, kind of flashy looking kind of kit. It's still a pretty simple design, but it's got like the gold and the clear purple parts and everything on it. It seems like something that a couple of younger fellows would enjoy. So I'm sure they'll dig it. So yeah, the arms and legs are exactly the same between these two versions. It's only going to be a difference in the head and the body. Ugh. And this part, I had the same issue with putting together the Stella Innocent version, is that this part of the foot is kind of hard to get lined up. You gotta line it up just right for these parts to slip together, and it's a really tight squeeze. There you go. Alright, there. For the white part to fit on the back of the heel there. And then, let's see. It's great to teach others how to build kits. I have a friend from Canada, in-laws in Peru. Nice. Yeah, it's fun. And just to update for you guys, I think I didn't mention this in the last live stream, but in previous live streams recently, I was talking about how I've been watching The Walking Dead. Finally, I know it's not new by any means, so I'm sure a lot of you guys, it's not anything new, but new for me, and I've just finally got around to watching it, and I just started season 6 now, and it's pretty good. I talked about before, I think the last time I mentioned about how I was watching it, I was saying that, like, I didn't really understand why it was so popular. I still, because they had to get to season 6, so like definitely I think it's better now than the first couple seasons. Alright, I'm just like enjoying it now because it's a little bit more interesting. The first couple seasons seemed like all basically just very stereotypical zombie movie, everything that you would expect to happen in any normal zombie movie they covered in like the first couple seasons. And then after that I think they had to branch out and do kind of other stuff, it seems like. So it's getting a little bit more interesting now, in my opinion. In some of the later seasons, some of the other stuff that's been going on. So I'm liking it still. And then I think like I mentioned how I wasn't really convinced much by Rick's character, but I'm coming around a little bit. He's kind of gotten better as well too. So I'm sure how it is like when you're an actor working on a show like that, you kind of over time you kind of make your way into the role more and more. So I'm liking it well enough. Yeah. I think like, yeah, I'm just on like the first episode of season 6, so they're at that like town kind of camp with all the big steel walls and everything, and Rick's like deciding whether to just take over the place or not. But I don't know what's gonna happen, because yeah, I guess that's the point. That's how they keep you watching. you don't know what's gonna happen, but it's good. Come back 40 minutes later and you're almost done. Yeah, it's a pretty simple build for the most part. I mean, these kits usually are. I mean, like a lot of like the Frame Arms Girl and Mega Man Device kits and things like, they have a lot of parts, it seems like, but I usually find they go together pretty quickly. They usually don't take a whole long time to put together. Some of the other ones, like for example, the Asura Ninetales kit, which we've got to put together sometime in the near future here. That one's going to take quite a bit longer because that one's got a ton of stuff in there. E-Jump said, I'm a total beginner working on my first kit ever, the Mega Man Device Soul Raptor. Oh, it's a great kit. I enjoyed that one a lot too. Definitely needs a little bit of glue on that though. Especially on the backpack parts. You'll find some of those parts are like held together by just a tiny little tab holding these two parts together, and you're going to want to use some glue on that so that's not constantly falling apart on you. Not a lot of kits, either from Bandai or Kotobukiya, not a lot of them ever really often require much glue, but every so often. And that was one that I didn't glue mine yet, because I'll just wait till I've actually painted the kit, and I've not painted that kit yet. But I can tell you that just recording the review for that kit was a real pain in the ass, because it kept falling apart on me. Oops. Those backpack parts. Leonidas said, we'll be waiting on the review for this one. Yeah, I'll try to have the review. It'll probably be out this weekend. I'll have the review for the Stella Innocent version probably out tomorrow, and then for this one, the Stellatears version, will be out later on during the weekend, hopefully. So, okay. And this one here, kind of just putting this second leg together very haphazardly, not in any particular order, just every section at a time here. Multi building my Soul Raptor on weekends. It's already 2 months. It's an amazing kit with extra part runners from the Soul Roadrunner and Hornet, SIG, and extra equipment. Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess I should say that when I was talking about the parts you want to glue on the backpack, those are parts from the Soul Hornet backpack. That's what I mean. I have the Soul Raptor as well. I've not yet built that kit yet, though. That one also is still on my to-do list. But yeah, the backpack parts that it uses from the Soul Hornet, you're going to want to glue those. The Roadrunner parts, though, I didn't have any issue with at all. The Roadrunner legs I love, and that's why, one reason why, I'm using that kit for the custom build that I'm doing there with the resin kit for that, with like the resin top part of the body. Like the upper body is just replaced with the resin kit there. Have I have this part upside down, or why is that not fitting on there? I think I have it upside down. What's the difference between the two gene kits? Well, Alvin, to answer your question, the difference between the two gene kits is basically just in the head, the hair, especially, just the hair on the front of the head, basically, and the body. Come on, come off. Come off, you. Damn. Damn it. There we go. So that goes there. This one here. This one here. And our body is done. We can go on to the weapon, and yeah, the weapon is also quite simple. It's really kind of just the one thing, and that's it. So, shouldn't take too long. But there's a kind of overexposed gene. There you go. Skirt is shorter in the Stellatears version. Is that so? Let's have a look here. So there's a Stella Innocent on the left, Stellatears on the right. Yeah, the skirt is a little bit shorter, isn't it? Indeed. And as you can tell, obviously the body part's different there. Her kind of part around her neck is much smaller as well too. So yeah. They also come with different face pieces as well, which you could swap between the two versions, so that's cool. It really would have been kind of shitty if they would have included the same face pieces with the two different kits. That's another one of those things where, like, I feel like if it was Bandai, they probably would have just put the exact same face pieces in the two kits. And also, I should mention this too, you have the leftover parts. For some leftover parts, I think you could have all the parts here. Let me see. Actually, maybe not. I was gonna say you have all the parts to make the original hair. I think maybe you do, but you don't have like the swooping part. Wouldn't quite fit. So you have some leftover hair parts from the original version of the kit, but I don't think you can use those. You also have some leftover parts for the original chest, but also I think those are also not gonna fit because it's just a totally different shape. So can't really use those. Yes, Eric, that's a good point about the thick thighs. This is finally a Kotobukiya Musume kit that actually has some thickness to it. I mean, I enjoy the Frame Arms Girl kits and Megami Device kits and all that for what they are, but a lot of them are just so incredibly thin that, yeah, it's just kind of seems weird. So, you know, I don't really necessarily have a preference one way or the other how I would personally prefer the kits to be, but I just like that there's finally some variety. So they're not all exactly the same body type is kind of just boring. You know what I mean? So let's get the weapon here put together. So are any of you guys like actually play Phantasy Star Online 2? I assume some of you guys are actually familiar with the game. And I think like it was a game that never came out in America, right? If I remember correctly, I think that's what I've heard from when I've done other Phantasy Star Online related content in the past. People have said like Phantasy Star Online 2 never got actually released with an English version in America or something like that. Is that correct? I played it when it first came out on Xbox. I think that was like just the first one though, right? Is it? Am I wrong in that? And then someone asked, any recommendations for Zoids models? Yeah, my recommendation if you want to build any Zoids models would be to build any of the Kotobukiya Zoids HMM series kits. In my experience, they're fantastic. I'll be building another one of those. That's another one that's on my to-do list up here. Got the Genosaur that I need to review sometime. Oh, it came out this year. Phantasy Star Online 2 came out this year. So is it something like where it came out in Japan like a while ago and then it's like just now coming out in America, or just now coming out with the English version like years later or something, or what? What's the deal with that? Because the game, it's been out for a while, right? It's just only now coming out in America, is that, or in English, is that the deal? It came out in Japan in 2012. Wow. Got official release in 2020. Wow, there you go. Pretty much. Yeah. Quite a bit later, but that's cool. The game, I mean, still has an audience that, you know, people still wanted to play even though it's that old. It's cool. Almost put that on upside down. I was putting that on there. I was thinking like, I think that's not right. Yeah, there you go. It's upside down. Will USA Gundam Store get the Zoids aggressive model Hayate Liger soon? I'm not sure. That was something that someone asked about, I think, in the last episode. I think last Friday, I think we talked about that. Because the Zoids kits, especially the ones from Kotobukiya, we're not able to get at USA Gundam Store because of copyright licensing issues with those in America. Places aren't allowed to sell those, so that's the deal with those, unfortunately. But yeah, I think Adam was saying something about those kits they can sell or something, so I'm not sure. I don't want to say Speedball Haro. I don't want to say one way or the other for sure because I don't remember exactly what the deal is with those kits. But send a message. Just like send a message to the Facebook page or something like that, or get in touch. Or, you know, if you don't mind waiting until our next live episode, then you can ask it again at that time. But is that a bow? I don't know exactly what this does in the game. It sort of looks like a bow, yes, but I don't think that I don't know, you know. If it was a bow, sort of like shooting kind of weapon, there should be some sort of like beam emitter or something like that on the front, but this is actually closes up the opposite way. When you remove these parts, it closes up this way. So that it kind of looks like that should be kind of like a bow like that, but looking at it, oh well, hang on. Looking at it here in the manual, it can be used like a bow. What kit is that? Ah, that's the with the Asura Archer. Oh no, that's the Asura Archer's bow. But anyway, here in the manual is just showing that you can use the head of this on, that's the Asura Archer Megami device kit. It's using that bow, but so you can see like how she's holding it in the manual is not like a bow. So I think it's more of just like a sword kind of weapon, I believe. Where's the box? Let me just look at. Yeah, she doesn't really hold it like a bow. I guess what I should do maybe later today or something, just do a little bit of research, watch a couple of YouTube videos or something of gameplay or something like that of Jean, so I can at least see like how some of this stuff works. But there you go. And so this is another difference between the two kits, that the weapon is just in a different color. With the Stella Innocent version, it's blue and white and gold with green effects. The Stellatears version, it's red and kind of metallic yellow and white, and with the blue effect part. So I definitely prefer it in white and blue. I think it looks a lot better than with the red for me personally, but you can always paint it, of course. Zach, have you seen the recent Bandai Figure-Eyes Girl kits released in China for the Ace Force? Yeah, I've seen about those a little bit. I didn't look at them too closely, and especially because they were a China exclusive thing, I just didn't really expect that it was going to be something I was going to be building, so didn't really look into it in too much detail. But yes, I did see something about those, and it's a shame that and from what I did see, I did notice that they looked pretty nice, and it's kind of a shame that those are China exclusive, because as far as like Bandai Musume kits go, they looked pretty good. So it's kind of a shame that it's not something that's going to be available to the rest of us very easily. Of course, you can get anything online. Just get it in one way or another from China, but hopefully Bandai will do some more kits similar to that that are available to everyone. Yeah. So that's it for this build. Yeah, as you can see, it's a relatively quick build. It doesn't have a bunch of accessories or anything really, so it's just kind of building up the main body, and that's kind of it. The other thing too, like with a lot of the Megami device kits and Frame Arms Girl kits, is like you have like the main body you build, and then you have to build the armor for that, and so like you have like optional legs and arms. So you have like the version of the arms with armor and without armor, and the versions of legs with armor and without armor. This one only has just the one set of arms and legs, so don't have a bunch of option parts for this necessarily, so it just makes it even a faster build. So how hard is it to be disassembled for painting later? I don't expect it to be really too difficult. You'll have to be careful pulling some pieces apart to not damage them, because some of the parts are a little bit of a tight fit, but I don't think it would be anything really too bad. Yeah, so there she is. There's Jean. And so yeah, I'll be working on the reviews for these kits. Probably, like I said, the Stella Innocent version, I'll try to have the review out tomorrow. Stellatears version will probably come out later on during the weekend. Tomorrow morning I'll be live streaming again. Tomorrow morning I'll be having my interview with Chris Pabst, so I'll be doing that. The next live stream build will probably be actually be what's the Age Magnum? That Age Magnum kit's review, probably our live build, probably on Tuesday, and then I'll build one of the Valvrave kits probably on Thursday. So probably like a very similar kind of live streaming schedule as this week. Tuesday and Thursday I'll have live builds. Monday will be Gunpla Critique. And then Wednesday and Friday, I'm not sure. Maybe not streaming both of those days, just one of those days. Wednesday probably with Josh, and then Friday maybe won't be streaming of next week. But anyway, I'll let y'all know. I'll try to post something on Sunday another post showing my schedule for the week as far as live streaming goes, so you guys know what's coming up. So yeah, should be some pretty cool stuff. And until then, Fossil Parrot, I hope you're well. Excited for the review. Thank you. I'm well. I'm a little bit tired, even though I slept more last night than usual. I think that kind of, I don't know, been not getting enough sleep as of lately, I think. So I needed the sleep, but I think it wasn't a very good sleep, unfortunately. So I don't know. Feeling kind of tired and have a very busy day ahead of me. So I'm gonna hit the road, as they say, as in stay in this room all day long, but go ahead and go work on some other stuff for the rest of the day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for my interview with Chris Pabs. Don't miss that. He's a really cool builder, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye bye.